Okay, so 120/80 is a young man pressure. So they're all surprised. How do you have 120/80? It must be my food lah. Yeah, and my food is not necessarily your food. Okay, you must find out what your ancestor eat, and then you follow that one. Okay, uh, you try to find out what your ancestor eat, and then you follow. Because my ancestor, I know, they're from very south of India. They have a lot of coconut, so I try to eat as much as possible coconuts lah. Okay, I got a coconut tree in my house, giving a lot of coconut. So I try my best to eat coconut also lah, because that's what my ancestors ate. Okay, like one of my Bidayu friend, his family is take honey from the beehive. Okay, and he said from generation they've been doing that. They don't even wear, in European beehive they wear a protective covering and go and take the honey, right? These people they just he said sebut saja. He told me what it means lah. The sebut is okay. I need a bit of honey from your hive for my family and to sell a bit. They have to talk like that to the bee, and the bee don't bite it. Okay, something like that lah. Okay, but so that family have been eating honey for generations, so he better eat honey. Yeah, so you have to find out your ancestry, what they ate, and then you follow that one. Okay, maybe some of you have been eating meat for generations. Don't look at just your father, grandfather. You have to go really far, because your body is made from huge number of ancestors. Okay, it's not just your father, grandfather. Okay, you must find out very far behind. Your body is from very far behind. Okay, not just your father or your grandfather. Okay, or your grandmother or whatever. Okay, so I turned vegetarian in 1998, and after that, I found out all my sickness start falling away. I used to have a big problem with flu. Okay, always sneezing. I mean, I do have flu once in a rare while now, but very low. Okay, compared to last time. Okay, and if I have also guarantee one day and then next day is gone already. Okay, and then every other kind of sickness all gone. Okay, so my theory is I'm following my ancestors' diet, because my ancestors from India. So Indians are generally vegetarian. Okay, I go to India because my wife from India. I'm born in Kuching. My father was World War II soldier, so he was sent to Singapore to Cebu, UTS, because my father was working in the airport. Okay, UTS lah. Okay, the airport, the side road of the UTS is the airport runway where my father worked. Okay, so and then later transferred to Kuching. I was born Kuching lah. But my wife from India. Yeah. So I go to India once in a while. So if I go to a food shop, a raw food shop, all food shop, every shop is a food shop. All the shop I can eat, because all vegetarian. Yeah, maybe one shop half selling meat, half vegetable. Okay, so that's how it is in India. So I go to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut here, you got the book, the Pizza Hut menu. You can see all this whatever pizza, right? Only one I can eat. Yeah, actually two lah. Veggie lover, and another one cheese or something like that. Okay, cheese I still eat lah. Okay. So I can eat only two in Pizza Hut. Okay. In India, all I can eat, except one I cannot eat. Okay. Only one of the pizza in Pizza Hut of India, the same Pizza Hut chain, but in India they put all veggie. All the recipe is veggie, and then only one of them is meat. Okay. So it's upside down lah. Okay. So most Indians are vegetarian. So That's why I believe the reason I became healthy is because I went back to my original diet. My ancestors' diet is veggie, so I went back to that one and I became healthy. Okay, so uh, so that is the secret of your health, lah. You must find out what your ancestor ate. Okay, if you find out that your ancestors were animal rails from many generations, you probably have to eat meat, lah. Okay, because they were eating meat. And same thing, like Europeans who now there are a lot of Europeans who became vegetarian. But I found out that if they sometimes cannot take vegetarian as much as non-Europeans. Okay, I know one of them for a long time was vegetarian and then now went back to eating meat because I think their body cannot take it for because their body need the meat because they've been eating meat for so long. Okay, so there was a lecturer in Unimas lah, and then she went back to America, and then after a long time she started eating meat again. Okay, but gone in Kuching, and much after that she was vegetarian, but now eating meat. Okay, so so you must find out your ancestry lah. Okay, that's the secret to your health. Okay, you see, I went for a course because I showed you my name card. Right? I have a lot of license from Cisco. Okay, all the different exams that Cisco give, 5 or 6, I think. Okay, so to renew all those licenses, I need to take first aid. Okay, first aid course. So the first aid course conducted by Red Crescent, they normally call hospital people. So the 2 lecturers for my first aid course was 2 hospital people. They're both ambulance people. Yeah, ambulance drivers, but later they got a degree and became executive lah. Okay, so they're of course quite old also. Yeah, they told me, and both of them are Chinese lah. So they told me, you know, last time when I was growing up, only once a year we eat meat. Have a chicken during Chinese New Year. That's it. The rest of the year no meat. Okay. So some of you might, I mean, yeah, some of you are Chinese. You might think, yeah, Chinese always eat meat. No, this lecturer told me only once a year eat meat. Okay, and they're both Chinese. The 2 lecturers are Chinese. Okay, only once a year eat meat. Only Chinese New Year eat meat. Okay, and he said he was saying because he's been in the hospital since 1970s. He said in the 70s, you get diabetes and most of this heart attack, all this 60 to 70 years old only, you know, diabetes, heart attack, all 60 to 70 years old. Now, 20s old. Diabetes at 20 years old. Okay, 20 years old. I heard one guy, 25, died. I see a lot of my friends, condolence, why? This guy, 25 years old, just died. Okay. Okay, so there are a lot of issues with health due to the food lah. Okay. So this ambulance, I mean this Red Crescent lecturer, first aid lecturer lah, Red Crescent hired them lah. Okay. They both concluded that it's a food. Okay, it's not exercise or not smoking or anything. Because you say smoking, I tell you, I grew up. I mean, I was born in 60s and then went to primary, secondary school. I mean, 70s, around 70s, like that lah. Okay. 70s, a boy who don't smoke above 18 is very rare. Okay. Above 18, every boy smoke. Okay. Not girls lah, but boys. Every boy smoke above 18. Okay. But they're more healthy. They're more healthy than now. Of course, I don't encourage smoking at all lah, but the boys in the 70s, despite smoking, and they've been smoking for a long time because my father smoked. that generation of people, like my father, always, when I was a young kid, can you go to the shop near the house and get cigarette 555? Yeah, I remember always my father always smoked 555 cigarette. Okay, so always had to go and buy cigarette for him. Okay, so that generation lah, I think the colonial time and after that, if you're a boy must smoke, it's like a boy after 18 must smoke, is like culture like that. Okay, but according to these two Red Crescent staff from hospital, General Hospital, they said they are more healthy than now. Okay, now all sort of problems. Okay, despite the smoking, they were more healthy than now. So what is the difference? He himself said, even though he eat meat also, he said it's the meat. He said that. Okay, he still eat meat, but he said it's the meat. Okay, he said, last time a chicken, sometime 3-4 years before you kill it. Now 1 month done. All the injection go inside there. Okay, and then the chicken also not raised like last time lah. Last time at least some humane raising of chicken. So the chicken is a bit, I don't know lah, a bit raised a bit humanely lah. Now, if you look at how they're raised, it's terrible lah. Okay, so anyway, the conclusion of these two medical staff of hospital, quite senior because they got degrees. They joined General Hospital without degree, driving ambulance. That means they are the top, one of the top people, because every day handling emergency cases. Okay? And then they can see who they're handling. Their heart attack lah, all sorts of different emergency cases. They know their statistics every day. Okay, so they know that the problem is quite serious now compared to last time. Okay, so they both concluded it's the meat. Okay, it's the meat that people are eating nowadays. Okay, even though they themselves still eat meat. Okay, and then one time I met a doctor because I repaired quite a big machine for a factory tauke. His production grind to a halt. And I said, "Shop, you take leave lah, my machine." I was a neighbor factory. So I took leave and got his machine working. Then he took me to one of the top restaurants in Kuching lah. That time I was eating meat. I think so. Yeah, that time I was eating meat. And then surrounding the table, private room, all YB kind of people, big people. Okay, so I was the only nobody there, just an engineer. All the rest are big shots. So then one of them was a doctor, this Chinese doctor from Semenjong. So he wrote a book. He said, my book is about, we are a species of monkey. Okay, we are exactly a monkey. He cut up a human, he cut up a monkey. It's exactly the same inside. Okay, the length of intestine, the teeth. He said, these are, you look at the teeth, we got a tongue. They're not supposed to eat meat. He himself eat meat. That day we were all eating meat in the private room in Lok Tien restaurant, Kuching. Okay, we were all eating meat, but he said, we're not supposed to eat meat. Okay, he looked at our teeth. We're supposed to eat meat, we'll have the long tongue. Why we don't have? Okay, and then our jaws are not strong like the dog and the lions. Okay, so we're not supposed to eat meat. Okay, so we should eat monkey food. So we are species of monkey. We should eat monkey food. Okay. So what is monkey food? He said, we are not vegetarian. He said like that. We're not vegetarian. We are not meatarian. We are fruitarians. Okay. We are supposed to eat fruits. That's our optimal food for human, which is one species of monkey. Okay. So he said, if you eat an apple, 1 hour is gone, digested. Okay. You eat a piece of meat, 14 hours inside your intestine. Yeah. So 14 hours, your intestine that's how he explained it. Your intestine is doing work. of digesting that meat for 14 hours. Okay, to digest that meat. Whereas the apple, 1 hour is your intestine is free, no more work to do. Okay, so you're using far more energy than you normally would to digest the meat. Okay, so so that's what he gave an explanation to all the mostly to all the rich people there in that table lah. Okay, he said, I tell you what, you sell your house, sell your car, you buy one thing, a fruit juice mixer. Okay, a grinder to make fruit juice. Okay, that will save your life. You can sell your house, sell your car. That's what he said to all those people. Okay, just have a fruit juice mixer in your house, or if you want to have a rented house or whatever. Okay, so that's the most important thing, is that you must have a fruit juice mixer. Okay, so these are some of the ideas lah. Okay, you must go back to your natural diet lah. And humans are generally fruitarians. Okay, I eat veggie. In fact, I eat every day in Cebu. I eat moringa leaf. I'll show you this moringa leaf. So these are the leaf. This is a plant. It's a big tree. So this is a leaf. Every day I take like this. I take two of this. I take two of this only. There's a tree near my house. Okay, I take two of these stems, pull out the leaf one by one, and then put in the rice. In the rice, I put some kunyit and a bit of salt lah. Okay, and then cook lah together with the rice in the rice cooker. Okay, every day. I mean, the salt sometimes I put too little, not so nice. Too much problem. So the taste you control by the salt lah. Okay. Sometimes I put. Actually, nowadays almost all the time I put butter also lah in the rice. After I cook lah, I put some butter in the rice. Okay. Before I don't put butter. Now it's almost standard already. I put butter in the rice. Okay. That means after I cook, I put some butter lah. Okay. Every day. If at all I'm lazy to cook rice, I make Maggi mee the same way. Guarantee this one must be inside. Maggi mee with moringa leaf. Okay, Maggi mee with moringa leaf. But now I don't like Maggi anymore because I think Maggi too hard, too much. I don't know what chemical they put inside there. I buy leaf mee. Okay lah, less strenuous to my body. Okay, but I'm eating this every day. Maybe that's why my blood pressure 120/80. Okay, because every day I'm eating that, and then I go through the spec of this moringa leaf. Is definitely help in blood pressure also. Okay, so I have two of these trees in my house in Kuching, and then Cebu. I came to this house in Cebu, and then just outside the house there's a farmer growing some vegetable, and here's one moringa leaf. So I said, oh, I come to the right house. My food also behind the house. Because I've been eating moringa even before I start working in Cebu. Okay. So, and then this farmer, he chopped the tree off one day. I don't know why. And then luckily on the side, there's one more tree. And then that one also got chopped off. And then luckily another one. Now I'm surviving on the last one, the last moringa plant in this whole housing estate. Okay, that one also was chopped off. The guy is not in front of the house. Is the house, the road, and then here. Okay, the guy chopped it off also, but it grow back all the way. Grow back now, very tall already. Okay, so it's a very hardy plant now. But I have problem growing it. To get it growing is a problem. Once it grow, it's okay. Okay, the problem is to get it to grow. Okay, so but I find that this is the truly a miracle tree. Okay, uh, once it grow, it just won't stop growing. You chop it off all the way until just a stem left, and it start growing back to a big tree again. Okay, so quite a miracle tree. I mean, they use every part of the tree. Okay, sorry. They use every part of the tree. Okay, even the fruits. This is a leaf, and then you got fruits. Okay, this is the fruit also. But my wife cook like I never cook like that. Okay, my wife cook when my house tree have this one, then my wife will cook lah. Okay, uh, so even the United Nations, they call it miracle tree. If you go to Google, you type, they call it miracle tree. Even the United Nations realized this, and then they asked all the poor African countries, "Hey, you grow this one." Okay, so all the poor African countries start growing this one, and then they complain very bitter. It's true, if you cook it like a normal veggie, just like cangkok manis, it's not enough. You cannot cook too little. This one is a hardy plant, it's a bit bitter. Okay, even if I cook too little, my body cannot take it. You must cook extra. Okay, sometimes if I cook too little, somehow your body cannot take it. Okay, so normally with rice, it is just enough. But right now I bought Barrio rice. So Barrio rice cook very fast. So like after this class, I need to go to town and buy a mangkok so I can cook the moringa a bit first. Then I put the rice in the rice cooker. Okay, so I need the moringa to cook a bit more than the rice. Okay, so these are some ideas lah. Which probably made me healthy at 58 because there are a lot of people at 58 very sick already. Okay, and of course you must go to the sun lah. And there's no excuse of not going to the sun. That's one of the biggest killer of people because they don't have sunlight. You see, all our ancestors always in the sun. How can you not in the sun? Okay, you must be at least like your ancestors. Okay, if your ancestors had that much sun, you also must have that much sun. Okay, try to go into the sun as much as possible. The sun, I heard, is one of the biggest curer for humans. Yeah, you can type over sunlight and human health. It can cure everything. Like La Moringa also, it can pretty much cure everything. Okay. So basically in Cebu, my food is just that. Moringa, I don't buy veggie. I don't buy meat. I don't eat meat. I buy some fruits, bananas, okay, bananas and moringa rice. That's my food. You look at my budget. It's budget for food. It's almost nothing. Okay. I like motorbike also. So my budget for petrol also almost nothing. Okay, so my motorbike Honda Cup, I tell you, a fantastic motorbike. I really respect the Honda people. Okay, because when I came to Cebu, I didn't want a car. I thought try a motorbike, and I tried in the motorbike shop, Yamaha and Honda. Yamaha, you cannot control it. The motorbike control you. Okay. Honda is you follow your instruction, whatever you do. Okay, you are fully in control of the motorbike. Okay, but Yamaha, the bike control you. Okay, so I think Honda is somehow a good design. Okay, okay, so that also helps. When you have very little expenses in your life, and then you're not a burden to the world. You feel better. Okay, I'm not wasting resources of the world. I'm not driving a huge car that some cars are crazy cars. I think 10 kilometers it take, I don't know, a lot of ringgit, maybe 10 ringgit for 10 kilometers. Okay, and mine 1 week, not even 5 ringgit. Okay, a bit more than 5 ringgit overflow already. Yeah, I don't know how long because the price of petrol going up soon. So still not be practical to drive any big cars anymore. Okay. I heard in California, the price of petrol is like $7 per gallon. That means 4 liters. 4 liters, $7. Oh. When I was in America, is 60, 70 cents. Oh. Okay. So you look at it, 0.60 per gallon, 1987 to 1993 to now 7. Okay, look at that. Okay, so I mean this is because of the war lah. Okay, so it's crazy price lah. But if you live your life simply, you just buy what you need minimum. Okay, I need a motorbike to get to university. No, I cannot go to university, so I buy a motorbike which use the least petrol possible. Okay, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, moringa leaf every day. Okay, uh, okay. Sometimes with rice or sometimes with Maggi mee. Well, not Maggi mee, lah, leaf mee. Okay, I cannot have the Maggi mee anymore. Yeah, and then some nuts lah, peanuts. Yeah, because peanut give protein, right? So I must have my peanuts. Okay, so you follow this kind of diet, I think at least for me at 58, I'm still have a young man's pressure. I still play basketball. Uh, I still do quite a lot of work lah. Okay, my project work and all that work. Okay, so I think that's a secret for your health lah. Okay, I think you better stay away from meat lah. As far as what to go. You might think I know all of your life you've been eating meat, and suddenly you want to change. Not possible lah. But I did it one day lah. Okay, 1998, Sunday January. I decided, okay, I'm stopped. That's it. I stopped all the way. Okay. But maybe it's not for you to stop. You can do reduction, okay? Because your ancestry did eat some meat, so maybe you have to eat a bit of meat. Like I told you, some Europeans cannot handle no meat, okay? Because their ancestors have always been eating meat. Okay, so you have to find out your ancestry, lah. Okay, not just your father, grandfather, grandmother. You must go. You are from probably a million generations of human. Okay, you will find out majority were how they eat, and then you follow the diet. Okay, mostly going back to nature and food like fruits, which is more natural, is always the best bet lah. Yeah, don't stay away from processed food lah. All this keropok and anything that's processed lah. Yeah, uh, all the jerkies and all that that's modified here and there to preserve it. I think better stay away lah. Yeah. But I think the biggest problem is meat lah. I'm sorry to say. Okay. I know a lot of you like meat. My two children, my family of 5. Only me and my youngest are vegetarian. These 3 eat meat. Okay. Uh, so youngest and me exactly the same diet. Okay. So and of course he's my smartest kid also lah. Among my 3 children, he's the one who got JPA scholarship to go and study in Japan as an Indian, which is very, 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 very rare. Okay. Luckily, he didn't ask me. He go and apply himself. He asked me, I said, forget it lah, they won't give you. But he didn't tell me he applied, and they gave it to him. Okay. So I think most of health is going back to nature lah. Okay. Go to the sun. Forget about the medicines lah. The medicines, I'm sorry to say, medicines are bad deal lah. Okay. You see, the medicine industry was hijacked. I'm really serious. Let me try to find a video. Video of my video, but I don't know camera. But basically, it is you can find online also lah. Maybe you can search YouTube also. Rockefeller is the richest man in history of the world, supposedly lah. Okay, at least the richest man in recent history, Rockefeller. Okay, okay, Rockefeller. You can type his name. He's the richest man in recent history, and he hijacked the whole medicine industry because he's an oil person. He discovered oil or something. At least I don't know how lah. His business history I didn't read properly, but he was mainly the main oil person in the whole USA. Okay? So he wanted to get everything to be oil. You see, now we're using petrol cars. Why? Because of him. The electric car industry started at the same time as a combustion engine car. Okay? But he wanted everyone to use oil, so he started making petrol stations all over the place, so people start using oil. Okay? If not, we'll be driving electric cars by now. Okay? So he's the one. And then the next industry he wanted to get to use oil was the medicine industry. Okay, so he when he go to one business, he not only he does the whole political things inside there also. So he went to the medical industry. He found out, hey, petrol can make medicine. So he go and use his political influence and money and get the hospitals and the medical school to teach that only the petrol product medicines are good. All the other natural one from the plant, all is nonsense one. Okay, he go and get the doctors to teach like that. Okay, because he was very influential. So now most of the medicines are from petrol because he want to sell his petrol. Okay, so you see this guy, whenever he focus on something, he really focus all the way. Okay, I mean, I read about him a bit lah here and there. Maybe he has some good and bad points lah, because he's of course he's a Christian, right? So there are some sects of Christian where you have to, whatever income you have, 10% you must give for charity. Okay, so he was brought up like that, and then so he gave 10% when he was poor and normal. I don't know if he was really poor at all, but I didn't read his history properly. But I read about this one lah. Okay, so he was giving 10% of his salary for charity when he was normal person, and then he became the richest man in the world. He still give 10%. Okay, and then the people, the manager, all say, how can you give so much? This is a lot of 10% of your income. It's huge. And he said this to his manager: you don't give, you cannot get. You give 1%, you get 10, you get the rest 9% back. Okay, maybe he has some logic there lah. Okay, I believe it lah. Okay, he said the only reason he got the money is because he gave the 10%. Okay, so maybe there is something there lah. Okay, if you do honest charity, you get it back also, more than what you gave. Okay, so he was using it as in an industrial scale. Charity is, you give out of your heart, but he was doing it out of his mind. Yeah, I give this one, I'll get that one. Okay, because he actually knows how the world works. Okay, because this world is a living thing. I've done that because I've done a lot of charity work, and I found out that we were nothing. My first partner to do the charity work, just one guy in a Proton Saga. I also have a Proton Saga, but he was more involved than me. He was a contractor. And then Anna, he's now a multi-millionaire. Okay, because he gives charity a lot. So maybe the world works that way also. You give and you get also. Yeah. And our project always got money on. We also don't know how. Yeah. Somehow money come. We don't go and ask for the money. Somehow the money will come. Yeah. For example, one of the biggest donor for our project was the owner of Sugar Bun. Yeah, Sugar Bun. somehow I was doing all the house building charity, and then one girl called me, said, "Hey, this rich man in town, there are two children very bad in maths. Can you go and help?" I was a school engineer at the time. So I went to the house, giant house, lah, very, very giant house. And then I said, "Okay, lah, I teach your two son." And at the time I was already doing the few charity house. Oh, I think that time only one. One house only. Only finished one house. One very poor lady with 4 daughters, no husband. So we put a roof for her. So I showed a photo of that house to him. You help sponsor a bit of this charity work lah. I teach your children free. And then he think for a while, how many houses are built? About 70. Okay, I sponsor all. Okay. You see, so if you're doing honest work, somehow that girl can call me and then I can meet this guy and somehow the money can come. Okay. And then the two children, D, their maths always D. Okay. D and worse lah. Okay. Two children. Then they're sitting next to me, one here, one here. Within few months, A plus. Okay. After that, I don't need to teach them anymore. They're too good already. I just give them the fundamentals, and then they are on their own already. They end up straight A student all the way from 4-5, and then they're rich and they go overseas. Okay. So it's sama-sama menang lah. Okay. So I think there are some things in the world that works like that lah. There are some Rockefeller, he might be doing a lot of bad stuff. Okay. But at least he did something good, which he knows will give him benefit. Most rich people don't know that giving can give you returns, but he knew it somehow. In 1900s, you can read out about him. He gave 10%. When he was super rich, he was giving 10% of his money, and he was still the richest man in the world. Okay, so there is something in the nature that if you give, you get back. Okay, I think so lah. Okay. Anyway, so your health topic, I give you the notes already about the health. So that's one question that I come out. Okay. Okay. Let me see. What else there about health? You must exercise lah. Especially when you're young. When you're old, you cannot exercise. Might as well do when you're young. Oh, you can, your body cannot. I'm lucky. I'm 58. I can still play basketball. Okay. Every day I shoot hoops lah. I try to get 9 row. I used to do in KLT, and then later they make a new one in near the student quarters. But now they lock it all lah, so I cannot play. So now I just the netball hoop in the between building 7 and 8. I move the center and shoot hoops lah. I must get 9 in a row because I like multiple of 9. So 9 in a row. Maybe number 8 didn't go in. Okay, I start from 0. I must get 9 in lah. Once I get 9 in consecutively, okay, I stop. Yeah, so I try to do that quite often lah. Not every day lah. Okay, I used to do it every day. Now I cannot lah. I got so many other things to do. Okay, and my body cannot take it also. Doing it every day. Yeah. So I think you must exercise lah. I mean, if you never exercise and you want to start exercising, do it slow lah. Don't suddenly start. There's one of my friend. He didn't exercise for a long time, and then someone said it'll be a competition, badminton. It's only about early 40s lah, maybe 41 like that. And then started playing badminton. You know, badminton is a tough game lah. I mean, I don't encourage badminton if you never exercise for a long time, because badminton is a very exertive game. Okay, you cannot relax at all. You know, so he played training. One day training. That night he died. In his sleep he died. Okay, just 41 now. Okay, so I think if you want to, you never exercise, you want to start, go slow lah. Do some simple exercise first. Definitely not badminton lah. That's too dangerous. I know a lot of people who died in badminton. I tell you, because at my age, I know people around. Okay, this friend died, that friend died. Okay, badminton. Okay, so badminton. Uh, Even some people my age still play badminton. Wow, I see them play. I'm scared. Oh. I mean, I play basketball, but their badminton is the way I see them exert themselves. I'm scared. Yeah, I won't do it lah. I won't exert myself that much. Yeah, badminton is just too heavy lah. Maybe some running, jogging, simple one lah. Okay, I mean once you're already fit, then only you do the more heavy one. Badminton should be the last one lah. Okay, especially if you don't. If you're young, you can lah. But when you never play for a long time, better don't lah. Okay, badminton should be the last choice. Okay, because there's a badminton court near my house in Kuching, and I see them exerting themselves at quite old age. Or scary. That's why it's not surprising. There are quite a lot who died playing badminton. Yeah, you cannot overdo it lah. Your body, especially your heart, cannot take it. Okay? And then you don't have the other things like sunlight and all that, and then your body cannot function at all. Okay? Some people look very healthy, yeah, around my age, look very healthy, perfect, but they went to the doctor and said, "Oh, 90% of your blood vessels near your heart are all blocked." Wow, 90%. They look healthy. Yeah. So if the looks might be okay, but inside is in a total mess. Yeah. So all this can be solved mostly, I tell you, by the food lah, not medicine. Okay, medicine is corrupted by Rockefeller lah. I'm sorry to say, Rockefeller, he corrupted the whole medicine industry. You see, if the medicine industry is progressing like normal computer industry, you see how much a computer industry progress. Okay, I went to at age 21. I first time I saw. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so well, where was I again? There's a blackout now. Search. Uh, uh, okay, so exercise is very important. Uh, but you must take it slow lah. Okay, don't overexert yourself. Uh, uh, and then generally more natural lah. Okay, sunlight, exercise. Don't depend on medicines. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Rockefeller had totally messed up the medicine industry. Okay, if it was from all the plants and all that, from the ancient knowledge throughout history, we would be much more healthy now. Okay, you look at the way the computer industry has progressed. When I was 21, I first touched my computer. Yeah, I went to computer lab to learn computer. I don't know how to on a computer. I was sitting there half an hour, everyone playing, doing some work. I don't know how to on the computer as well. Okay, and then now computer is so much more advanced. Okay, it's just when I was 21 and now I'm 58. Okay, uh, I mean 27 years ago. Yeah, computer was just starting in Sarawak, and now computer is so advanced. How come medicine is not so advanced? Medicine is much older than computer. Okay, medicine is history is much older than computer. If you go by the same trajectory as computer, even if you have a big cut in your hand, and my next day should be cured. I think some of you have seen a movie. I don't know why I watched a movie. I really didn't like the movie. Something about kids killing each other. My wife said, "Good, okay, I go and watch with my family." Ooh, all the kids killing each other. Oh, cannot stand. Anyway, interesting thing about that movie is Hunger Games. Yeah, uh, the 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 kid had a big cut in the hand. They put the medicine next day cured. That should be the way. Our medicine should be that at once. Okay, okay. Why is it not at once? With all the science we have, how come the medicine is hampered and all the other fields are okay? Okay, so someone messed up with the whole medical industry is my conclusion. Okay, I mean, why they cannot study it? They can study all the enzymes. They can study all the, I mean, the genes. They should have progressed by a lot now. Even cut, put next day cure. I'm sure they should have reached that level by now. Okay, you can see that in the Hunger Game. I don't know which Hunger Game. After one time I saw, I don't want to see it anymore. I don't know why my wife friend asked, told her it's a good movie. I think I don't watch Hollywood movie now. Let's see. Yeah. But so don't depend on medicines lah. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Uh, there are some medical people from pharmaceutical companies. They come out and reveal the real truth. Okay. The truth is that the pharmacy companies are not there to help you get cured. They are out there to make sure they get maximum money out of you. For example, okay, high blood pressure. Yeah, someone got high blood pressure. They give you a medicine. You must buy that medicine the rest of your life. Who earn? That pharmacy company will earn lah. Okay, so that is the best way. And then apparently the pharmacy company work with the food industry. Yeah, the food industry will make you sick. McDonald's, KFC all make you sick, and the medicine industry keep you alive. Okay, so you're barely alive. Okay, so this is a bad deal. Greed has taken the world in a lot of wrong directions. Okay, so they're all out to make money out of you. Okay, the food industry and the medical industry. One will keep you sick. Another one will give you some temporary solutions to get a bit better. Okay, so you see, doctors themselves. I saw them on YouTube. I study 5 years of medical degree. I study 2 hours of nutrition. How come? The food you take is the most important thing. They study only 2 hours nutrition. The doctor themselves saying, okay, nutrition is the main intake of your body. Of course, the main intake of your body will cause the most impact to your health. Okay, that's nutrition what I'm talking about till now. And the doctors only do 2 hours of nutrition in the whole 5 years of education. Yeah. So they said something is wrong there. Yeah. So you must take charge of your own destiny. Okay. find the best way to cure yourself. Okay, it's more natural lah. Don't believe any of the medicines. Okay, every time go for more natural. And the fringe companies, medical fringe companies are the better ones. The standard big companies are the bad ones. Okay, Pfizer and all these giant companies, they are the bad ones. The fringe company, because I can say that because that time I was eating meat and I was having flu, and my factory had a memo. Anyone have a sneeze, you cannot work. That means that time I was sneezing a lot. That means I lose my job lah. And then one of the staff engineer, he joined one multi-level company where he sells some kind of called cholesterol. So I buy him. Yeah, I have no choice lah. I buy from you lah. See lah, can work or not. Immediately got cured. Within 2 weeks, I'm cured. And then now I go and read out that company. Who is this company? The chief scientist of that company was from the big company, like Pfizer. I don't know which one lah. Okay. And then he was very angry with how the boss tell him what to do. You must not do this, not make it too good, all this. He was very angry, so he quit and joined a small company. And that's what made the medicine. Okay. And after a short while, he died suddenly. I'm sure they killed him. Okay. I'm sure the big company killed him because this medicine was too good. Because it's not just me. Everyone having flu problem in the whole factory bought the same bottle. Okay, a bottle like this. Okay. All got cured. Okay. So I believe the fringe company, the small ones, if you go and read the history, they got some top scientists there. They are the ones who can do the proper job. Okay. The knowledge is there. It's just that the greed has caused people not to give you a good thing. You see, okay, because this is a multi-level business, right? So this engineer introduced it to me, so I bought it, and then I took it. I got cured. So he asked me to join his company lah, multi-level care. I joined lah, and I started selling it. I remember I sold it to one girl who was having a very severe flu problem. And then I went back to her. Should be finished by now, right? Already 2 months. Yeah, but I'm cured. I don't need to buy anymore. Okay, so it's not good for the businessman. Okay, that girl got totally cured. She don't need to buy anymore. Okay, so it is. You see, that is not good for business. So business will make sure you keep the patient a bit sick. Okay, so most medicines will make you a bit sick. Okay, will keep you a bit sick. Yeah. So see, I'm totally without medicine. If at all, I buy this one. This is Amway. Amway, I believe, still okay. They haven't been corrupted so much. Okay. So I just buy from Cebu, Amway. Okay lah. Because my children take it, so I just buy as well lah. Okay. So I think they're maybe so far no health issues when I take the one. But anyway, it's vitamin. It's not any medicine. It's just vitamin. Okay. So these are some ideas lah. Okay. To being healthy, and then I tell you, once you get sick, you can't do anything. You want to go and play basketball, or you want to go out also. Yeah, sick here, sick there, cannot go. You cannot even do what you want to do because you're sick. Okay, so that's why the health is very, very critical for you. Okay. Yeah, you can be a super achiever once you got your health back. Okay. Okay. So you can achieve a lot in life, but the first priority is your health. Get your health back, and then you just be a normal human. Okay, I must say that I am the biggest writer of papers in BTS. I mean publications. But I'm not any special person. I just keep myself healthy. and then I can write papers. See? Just because I'm healthy, I can write papers. Okay, it's not that I'm a super genius or what. Okay, my papers are accepted by IEEE a lot. Okay, uh, but it's just because I'm healthy, I can write. Okay, so that's the secret of your health, lah. Okay, I mean the secret of your success in your future. I mean that's what you want to do. I mean, I'm no aim to be a super millionaire or what like that. I mean, I just if I can contribute to the world a bit, it must be like your aim of your life should be to contribute to the world. Lah. It's not to be rich or whatever for yourself. Okay, it has to be something more than that. It cannot be unbe rich. That cannot be your aim. Okay, your aim should be okay. If I do this, if like me, I write papers. My papers can help people. Okay, yeah, so all my papers I find out can help people. Then I do. Even the reviewers sometimes don't agree, but so far they accept it lah. Okay, they might not have the same idea that papers should be to help people, but somehow they all accept my papers lah. Okay, okay. So my aim is when I write papers, if my paper are doing good for the world or not. Okay? Can it help the world or not? Okay, not just to write papers so I can get a paper. Okay, my aim is my papers can help people. On the site, it get published. It's good for me also lah. Okay. So that the aim of your life should be to help the world lah. Okay. I think I keep that focus in my mind, and somehow all my papers get accepted. Okay. I know there are other people who the aim of their life is to write papers. Okay, can help the world or what? I know lah. Sometimes they cheat also. I cheat in the paper also got. Yeah. But as you just keep your focus on, I want to do good for the world, and somehow that's the right attitude lah. Okay, that's the right attitude for everything. I think just like I told you, this guy. Okay, he has a lot of bad thing. He did really a lot of bad thing, like killing the whole medical industry. Okay, but he still give 10% of his money. Maybe for selfish reason lah, because he found out that when he give, you get also. Yeah, I think his conclusion when he give, you get. That's what he told his managers. You don't give, you won't get. He told his manager like that. Okay, it's a law of nature. Okay, he actually told his managers like that. Okay, so he do a lot of bad things, but he give and he get, and became the world's richest man. You go and type his name in Google. The world's richest man in history is Rockefeller. Okay, and he's also the world's biggest charity giver in history. Okay, 10% of his whole wealth was given to charity. Okay, he just found out a law of nature, lah. Yeah, I believe lah. Yeah, that's his contribution. But he started the whole worldwide oil industry lah. Yeah. Which probably his legacy caused a lot of problems in the world lah. Okay, it caused the whole world to be polluted. Caused the whole medicine industry to be corrupted. But he still gave. So apparently the law of nature is you do that good thing, you get rewarded for that. Okay, it's not that you do a lot of you do a lot of bad things, like him, do a lot of bad things, but he did one good thing and he still lived out. He lived out to be very old, I think, somehow. Okay, I don't know how old, but pretty old. Okay, and the oldest and richest man in history of the world. Okay, so that's about your health lah. Okay, let me see. Other than that, let's see. Okay, so I know I give you this exam, and I definitely ask you about health. It's definitely one big question. I know some of you disagree. I see some of the answers they disagree. What to do, but disagree with my theory lah. Okay, that you must eat what your ancestors eat in the final exam. Yeah. So of course I had to give that marks. Okay, but I've seen like even last semester. Yeah, there are some who disagree with my theory that you must eat what your ancestors ate. Okay, they say no, it's not true. You can eat anything you want. Well, I don't know, but you have to really analyze it properly and really say, I mean, really analyze. And if you say like that, give me a solid reason why it's like that. Okay, if you just say no, I don't believe, that's not good enough. Okay, you must, you don't believe that eating like ancestor is important. Okay, I give you an example. One more big example. Foot and mouth disease. Okay, foot and mouth disease is a very serious disease that affected all the cattle, the cows. Yeah. So it started somewhere in 80s, and then they're going to kill all the cows because all got foot and mouth disease. So they got killed so many cows because they all got this disease. Okay. So they went and traced what happened to this cattle. So it started in England. So England, the farmers are very efficient. In Western countries, the farmers are very efficient in their objective. See, for example, the cow. They have to take the cow up the truck and then send it to be slaughtered. Okay. But they're very careful and very gentle, The way they bring the cow out, they must be very gentle. Don't excite the cow. Why? Maybe a few kilo lose. You get excited and lose a few kilo. They lose a few kilo of money. That's how the farmers think. Okay. That's what I heard when I was in the US. They're very gentle. The cow, bring it up very nicely, gently. They don't want to lose any weight because the weight is money. Okay. So the England farmers, they found out that the cow head, the head of the cow, and the foot of the cow, nobody want to eat in England. So they have to throw it away. So they said wasted. Because to make one cow is a lot of veggie, right? You take a huge mountain of corn to make one cow. Okay. Let's say it's like this lah. Okay. Okay. Take a whole lot of corn to make one cow. Okay. So the farmers will think, hey, we feed this cow this much money. So going by that, the weight of the head and the hoof, you weigh, you can count the cows, the head and the hoof, maybe this much only. Okay. Maybe this much of the weight of the cow is the head and the hoof. But to make this one, you take this whole thing. Okay. So maybe like this much is the corn. So they can calculate this cost of this corn to make this one. It's a lot of money. So they count like that. Okay. So they said, hey, we got to do something to recover this money. So what they do is they grind the head and the hoof and mix it with the corn and give it back to the cow. So what happened? The cow became cannibals, eating meat. You look at the history of cows. Since long millions of years, did cow ever eat meat? Cows are always vegetarian. You give it meat, what happened? They become mad. Seriously. You go and check foot and mouth disease, the source of it. Because the cows were eating meat. It's not their natural diet. Okay? So the cows became mad. Okay? So a similar thing for you. You must find your natural diet of your ancestors. You eat that one, you'll be okay. You go in straight away too much, you have effect on your health, mad or whatever, I don't know. Okay. But the cows got mad. Okay. They call it mad cow. There's another name for this one. You can type in Google foot and mouth disease or mad cow disease. The cows got mad. Okay. So you see, you look at the animal as a human. Okay. For millions of years, cows have only been eating vegetable. You start giving it meat, it got mad. So you got to find out what your ancestors eat. If you go too far from what your ancestors have eaten, you have all sorts of problems. Okay. Okay. So I mean, there are one or two every semester, one or two students like you who disagree with this theory of mine. So they write in the final exam answer like that. But if you want to write like that, give me a solid justification for your reason why you disagree with this. Okay. Okay. You must give a solid justification. Then I can give you the marks. Okay. 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 So that's one proof lah. Yeah, mad cow. You can check mad cow. It is definitely a big issue. Let me see. Okay, your third assignment is about this, right? So you prepare your assignment number 3 now because I already finished this class. I mean, in a short while. So you can start doing assignment number 3. Okay, assignment number 3 is about this topic. So I already give you all the ideas. Assignment number 3 is about this health topic. Okay, so you can give about all I told you. I already give you the notes about my 2 friends. One of them is that Iban guy I told you, he was eating a lot of meat. Okay, my top student. Okay, he come to my class. You see, after the end of my judgment course, I give a exam, 120 objective question. Actually, it is in CESCO exam is subjective, so I convert it to objective. I give 120 questions. So even top student, because some of my students even got a lot of master, bachelor, master, PhD. PhD so far 2 lah. Okay. The highest mark ever was about 87. Yeah, even for top students, a master degree or yeah, is 87% highest student. Yeah. But this guy, he got 100%. And then he come to me after exams. Hey, Prashok, I think your number 60 something wrong. You check again. That means he's better than me. Okay. But before 40, high blood pressure. I went to Kopitiam with him one time. You know, chicken rice. Lot of chicken, a little bit rice only. A small little timun there. Okay. He got special chicken rice. I don't know how. He ordered special. Yeah. So he was maximum meat. Before 40, he cannot drive. Doctor said you cannot drive. Your blood pressure is way too high. Yeah. So his wife drove for him for 2 years. After 2 years, he can drive, but the wife's still in the car as a backup. Okay. So you see, he's such a high achiever, and then he going to pass all the exam. You know, the only judgment one he passed, Wyman, judgment, all he passed, and then after that sick. What's you're such a high achiever, sick. Another case, a polytechnic lecturer, very top guy, UTM, also UTM, and then just now it was UTM diploma, this one UTM masters. So in Polytechnic Kuching, he was a top guy, like a Bidayu guy. So everyone expect him to be the boss lah, because he's very smart. And then suddenly I see Facebook, ICU. What happened? High blood pressure. This guy, I didn't see him eat lah. Okay? I didn't go to Kopitiam with him, but I think should be the same case lah. Okay, should be the same case. So high blood pressure, just not yet 40, not yet 40. High blood pressure, ICU. Yeah. So after that, I met him in the Polytechnic, and I said, "Hey, I thought you should be the boss." Huh? Oh no, he said, "Like, I'm scared of my heart." He actually pointed to his heart. Yeah, I'm scared of my heart. I don't want any managerial position. I teach one or two subjects. Okay lah. I don't want to stress my heart. Okay. So you see, so these are two guys, two very high achieving Dayaks lah. Okay, which I believe were vegetarians. And I got another time I ran with a Iban professor jogging lah near my housing estate. Yeah, Iban's hardly eat any meat last time. Because he does research on this kind of stuff. Okay. And drink, it's like drink only gawai, drink, thought only, nothing else. Okay. It's only gawai. Okay. So this guy is a lecturer in Unimas. Okay. So he does his topic is all this kind of stuff, the Iban culture and all that. Okay. So he said, yeah, that's the Iban hardly eat any meat and then drink only during gawai. Okay. So these are some of the proofs I have lah. At least the Dayaks here were mostly vegetarian. Okay. And then most of Asians were vegetarian because we don't have snow. I think even the whole China also, I said, a very northern part of China, a little bit of snow. Most of it is green all year round. Okay. So I think most Asians were vegetarian. Okay. And right now, almost all Asian eating meat except India lah. Okay. India still has the most vegetarian people in the world. Okay. So India doesn't need so much corn. They don't need to make all this corn to feed a few cattle. Okay. Because they don't eat the cattle. Okay. So, but there's a lot of cattle there, mostly for the milk. I mean, they don't kill the cow anyway. So the cows will be crossing the street, all the traffic will stop. Okay. So yeah, there are more cows than dogs. Imagine, we growing up in Sarawak, we see a lot of dogs, right? There are actually more cows than dogs. Okay. You see dogs, but not as much as you see cows. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think one thing about being a vegetarian. When I was young, I knew I was eating meat when I was young. But of course, not much because my father was very poor, so we rarely can afford meat. But we are eating meat lah. So one time I went to my friend's house who was a vegetarian, and I ate for dinner lah. Okay. Wow, I thought, wow, if I vegetarian food like this, I'll definitely not eat meat. I tell you, there are some people who can cook the vegetarian things so tasty. You never want to eat meat. I tell you. Okay. Yeah, it's just a recipe. That's why the recipe is the most important thing for health. I feel. If we have a correct recipe, we can eat the grass outside. Sarawak, a lot of grass, right? Everywhere green, right? If you have a recipe, we can cook the grass. Okay. So the recipe, that's why the food, I'll tell you some of the food technology people. You have your research in food technology can save the world. Right now what are we doing? We get veggie maybe from China and grow in Sarawak, but Sarawak is not suitable for that China veggie. Okay. Sarawak is suitable for other veggie like kangkong. I know, not kangkong, sorry, cangkong manis. I know cangkong manis is local to Sarawak. You know how I know? I went to India and I saw in the market cangkong manis. I point to them and I want the one. Oh, Borneo chira. Borneo chira. Chira means vegetable. Yeah, I want. That means even India, they know it is from Borneo. Okay. So that's how I know cangkong manis is local from Sarawak. And then when I grow cangkong manis behind my house, I never put any fertilizer, it just grow wild. I cut it, it still grow. Okay. So you see, when it is natural to Sarawak, it just grow without problem at all. Okay. When you bring a foreign veggie here, it has a lot of problems. You need insecticides and pesticides and all these things. You see, the thing that's locally grown won't get affected by anything. Like my moringa leaf, nothing ever eats it because it's so bitter. No animal ever bite the moringa leaf. Okay, there's some spiders on it, but I think they don't consume the moringa. I never see any holes in the moringa leaf. Okay. 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 I think okay lah. I think that's it. I need to go to the shop after this. So I think I stop the class here lah. Okay. My motorbike is in the shop. They close the shop. Okay. 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 Bye. I'll see you next week.